You Can Read Tarot for Yourself by Kathleen Marie. It is true that you can read for yourself. In fact, you are the best person to do the reading, especially when it is for you. You do need to be honest and open and brave enough to receive the messages objectively. Reading tarot is not about telling the future. It is about reading the energies around you, knowing that the universe, God, loves you and only wants the best for you. Growing up, tarot was considered evil, and my siblings and I were strongly encouraged to stay away from it. My mom's side of the family had some very intense experiences with divination tools. In my younger years, I was cautious and fearful based off someone else's distorted experience. As I grew in my spirituality, I came to the realization that I am more powerful than what others would have me believe. In fact, each of us have God energy inside, which makes us powerful beings. We get to dictate what we would like to experience. Of course, that is a whole other topic. I then realized that I get to use this divination tool of tarot cards the way that works best for me. I do not have to use it necessarily as others have in the past or present. At first, the traditional tarot deck felt overwhelming, so I gravitated towards angel cards. They felt safe. Initially, I did a one-card layout and asked, what is the energy for today? Or what should I be mindful of today? As I got more comfortable with the deck, I moved on to one of the layouts the author of the deck recommended. After a while, I moved on to an animal deck, then an herbal deck, then a dragon deck, and other decks. I picked decks that I felt comfortable with and that attracted me. It is very important to approach a tarot reading with integrity, trying hard to be objective to the messages, even those perceived as negative. Nothing is good or bad. It just is. With each reading I do, I remind myself that the universe, God, loves me and wants nothing more than to show up for me in abundant and loving ways. Keeping that in mind helps me with my questions. If something not so pleasant shows up in a reading, I take time and ask more about it. Some clarifying questions could be, what do I need to do to avoid this situation? Or what do I need to do to overcome or move beyond this situation? When I use tarot to get to know more about myself and as a guide to move through life, I have better experiences in general. Tarot can also be a way to build our spiritual communication skills with our spirit team. Did you know that you get to help set that language? Through your practice and declarations together in partnership, you let your team know how you would like to be communicated with. And tarot could be one of those ways. Remember, select a deck that speaks to you, inspires you, or you just like how it looks or feels. It is in our feelings that drive a lot of this. I am not talking about emotion as much as I am talking about how it feels. Does it make you feel expanded in your body or contracted? When reading your layout, the first thought that comes across your mind is more than likely the message. Make note of it. Like you are an objective witness to the information. Keep a journal of your reading so you can map your growth. It is always lovely to look back on where we have been and where we currently are. Our personal internal growth can be slow in some areas, and this helps us in seeing that growth, kind of like hindsight is 2020. Take time and acknowledge your growth. It is a beautiful accomplishment and a gift to the greater collective. The internet has loads of information on tarot. I encourage you to feel your way through that information as well. It will be a practice in using your intuition. If it does not make sense, does not resonate, or feels off, then move on to another site or bit of information. Take only that which speaks to you or feels good in your body. You cannot get this wrong. Maybe search for different questions or layouts. It is better to ask open-ended questions over yes or no ones, as to not limit the universe. You will receive more in-depth information that will be more valuable to you and make more sense than a simple yes or no response. Here are some of my favorites. What am I meant to know right now? What wants to come through me? What am I here to do? How am I meant to be supporting myself? How am I getting in my own way? What do I need to do to bring romantic love into my life? What do I need to know about my finances? How will money come my way? How do I resolve my current situation with blank? You are a unique individual, and what works for one person may not work for you. You bring your own unique gifts with you, and the world needs you to be you. If you have any questions regarding your journey and exploration into Tarot, please reach out. We would love to support you on your journey.